welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Ooh, let's see what we can do today. Yesterday was a beautiful lesson in the sense that I misread the story that the market was showing. Okay, every indication was just showing that because I was looking at taking sales on the break of this low with stop loss here, targeting 1 hour. However, the London guys came, London session. This is London open here, bullishly breached this resistance, took out these guys, and just continued moving up. Um, so many indicators were just telling me that the sales was not going to work as anticipated. So many. Um, but I did not, I misread it. That is just it. I misread it because looking at it in hindsight, looking at it, this was the sell I took, and based on the statement, took a lesson, sell his stop loss because the story was misread. Now, what did I misread here? This I was looking at here to be the 4 hours resistance, which is correct. But at one point, I was also looking at these guys to be the guys who started the sales, which at the moment appeared correct but was wrong. This is the guys who started the last sales on the 4 hours time frame. On the 1 hour, it will be crazy reading it. Look at it here. On the 4 hours time frame, these are the guys who started the sales here, or the guys who started the buys on the 1 hour time frame sells. The last sellers on the 1 hour time frame were these tiny guys here. It is crazy taking these guys here because there was no consolidation to say, okay, this is a breach. Price held a little before taking it out. No consolidation. So how can we say with strong conviction that these were the last sellers? That was just what I was just thinking about. However, when price breached this resistance here and was failing to even come anywhere to this support, it was becoming more and more believable that this perhaps was the last sellers, but I was not completely what convinced. You understand? So, like I said, we learn every day, we take lessons, we get better. So many indicators. When this trend line I drew here was in hindsight, I was trying to discover or check what exactly went wrong. What did I misread? What could I have done better? If you look at the trend line here, just at the tip here, price, look at it. Different touches. First touch, second touch, right here at the tip, third touch, before price turned bullish. So for today, what am I looking at? I've emphasized on what I learned from what price action did yesterday. Because I waited for something like this and it was very beautiful seeing it play out. Very beautiful. It was really enchanting. You just couldn't take your eyes off the chart for a moment. Just all this move. Now, um, this was what I placed the buy position. This is a as in what I have noticed. Well, you would see me trade it. So let's go straight to what I got for today. For today, I'm looking at some things that did not really. I'm looking at taking buys on the break of this top wick here. Stop loss below the structure here. to give me my 1 hour, which is directly below this level, 1.6 163.152 163.152. This is what I'm looking at. On the other hand, this is another thing. We got this very strong impulsive move. This could be seen as my set one, and we could get a deeper price than this to give me what I call set two, not what I call share. This is what is used. And then see if we can break the high that was created and keep going higher. So this will be scenario 1B. Price has created set 1. Let's see if we're going to create a deeper retracement to give me my scenario 1B, or if we just break this high here, my pending order will be activated for a buy. This will be my scenario 1A. So this is what I'm looking at on British pound Japanese yen. On the other hand, this scenario set 2, which is my scenario 1B, price could keep dropping. This will now be my scenario 1C, or let me do this. This will just be my scenario 2. Let scenario 1 be that we are looking for buys. Let scenario 2 be that we are looking for sells. Okay, so this is just what I'm looking at. I'm looking at taking buys, one on the break of this high, which is my pending order that is already waiting, or let's make a deeper retracement, then retest this high. Okay, or we keep after retesting, we do trend continuation to go up, or we do have a trend continuation failure, that is price will just continue making lows. This will give me my scenario 2. So this is just what I'm looking at on British pound Japanese yen. I hope it was easy to follow. Okay, without much ado, let's move to gold. For gold did not really do much yesterday. It did its thing on Monday, but yesterday nothing much occurred. For gold, it's very simple. I'm looking for buys above here. Okay, buys above here or potential sells below here. The buys will occur as like retracement or correction phase, because don't forget that we are sitting at a demand zone, which is this gray zone here, and price is below this supply zone. So we are in a kind of a money spot. Price is in a supply zone, as approach the supply zone here, and is hanging at a demand zone. So sweet buys will occur above this gray zone here, then potential sells will occur below the support here. So this will be my scenario 1 in the direction of the trend. This will be my scenario 2, which is against this seller's new money that is coming in. So this is what I'm looking at on gold. Okay, the last but not the least is Bitcoin. There was no trade on gold yesterday, by the way. For Bitcoin is looking very beautiful. So I'm looking at taking buys if we get a very good price action. Okay, I'm not just going to rush to take any position at the moment. So looking at it on the 4 hours time frame, this is what I'm looking at. On the 4 hours time frame, price is sitting on the daily support, which is in confluence with the 4 hours. However, what I want is price to break this high. Okay, price break this high, then we will anticipate what? Further bullish momentum. But don't disregard this point. 24456, $24,456. This price level. Do not underrate it because price could react from here. Okay? But this is where my overall TP would be. This is what I'm looking at. Meanwhile, for sales, let's see if we get a bearish breach to take out this support for price to continue down. So this would be my scenario 1 in the direction of the trend. This will be my scenario 2 if we go against it. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. There's a button down here you can take or click. Don't forget to hit that notification button that is in the shape of a bell, comment, and like. Okay, I just kept this simple, short and sweet so that we can focus on price action that is playing out. Please let me state this before we call it a day. Very important that I state this. Look at this very well. Look at this very well. You see all of this. Whatever you do, it's better to just come out of this zone, except there is a very strong impulsive move to break out of here, because price will tend to wiggle when it's inside of this, because it's not a clean traffic. So one of two things can happen. Price can be wiggling just like you're seeing here, doing all this. So unless you are willing to wait through all of this, or price can just, as soon as it comes out, it just has kind of a volcanic eruption out of these zones here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 resistances can act as areas of what? Price reaction. Price could react from those areas. So just be cautious of that. Clean traffic is above here. Look at this clean candle here to the left. So that is what I got for you this morning. Phoenix Unique, Baraka Bashad, peace. Subscribe, hit that notification button in the shape of a bell, comment and like.